Morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the show today. What's with my hair? I don't understand. Why is it sticking up like that? I get these. It's like I've had tennis. I don't know. Hey, don't get old. Whatever hair you have left, it just does whatever it wants. You can't control it. It's crazy. How you doing today? Is Rugman coming to the rescue today? Are we going to have a yoink fest here? What's going to happen? We have a lot to watch. As usual, it's Tuesday now, December the 6th, Tuesday, December the 6th. In 10 days, December 16 contracts expire, the most active contracts of the month. That's in 9 trading days. We have a lot of depreciation to watch here in the next 9 trading days. What's GameStop going to do? What's the market going to do? What's everything going to do? We're noticing here that the Dow has been jumping around quite a bit. It was up this morning 10, 15 points. Then it was down 55, 60 points just 7 minutes ago. Now it's only down 17. We have some, stuff going on. I did see some breaking headlines coming out, more data. The U.S. Economy, U.S. trade deficit jumped 5.4% in October to 78 billion. The U.S. exports fell 0.7% in October. Imports rose 0.6%. Why would that be? Why would more product come in than go out? The reason is falling. Exports are falling because American dollars are so expensive to buy American-made goods. Too expensive for a lot of buyers. Imports rise because American dollars are so strong that import prices are dropping. It's cheaper for American importers to import goods from Europe, from Asia, because of the stronger American dollar. Now, that was let's kind of go back in time a bit here. We're talking about October statistics, and we're talking about imports that came in and left in October that had to have been negotiated and figured out months before. Because to bring product in for October means you're bringing product in for Christmas time. You would have ordered this stuff last spring, January, February, March, for manufacture, for exportation, for delivery in October to distribute throughout the USA. That means we have not yet seen the full impact of the high US dollar when it peaked out about a month and a bit ago here in October itself. So deals that were made in July, August, September, October for imports and exports will show up on the future export numbers, export-import release numbers, probably in the new year, January, February, March. And the thinking is, hey, if the American dollar hit its all-time high, not its all-time high, but its high of the year a month or two ago, then the next several reports coming out for November, December, January will not be good either. They will also reflect a strong US dollar for imports, a strong US dollar for exports, and that is an issue. Oil down $1 a barrel here, 75.92. What's going on? As I have been yelling at you guys and repeating to you again and again and again, I have repeated to you the whole story about the oil business, and that thinking was from the experts, all the professionals out there, all the hucksters, all the analysts, and all the lobbyists of the oil business. They were all yelling at us saying we're going to 125 a barrel, 130 a barrel, because it's going to be a cold, cruel winter. And the Russians are going to cut off oil availability to the world, and there's going to be shortages everywhere. And as COVID is coming out, we're going to have incredible demand. Well, guess what? It didn't happen, did it? No, we're at $75 a barrel here, 75.90, and we could be headed for 60, 65. Here's the good news for Americans. The country of the United States of America allowed oil to be sold from its strategic reserve in the last year and a half, as the administration, which happens to be the gentleman known as President Biden, released stocks of oil into the US domestic market to keep oil flowing easily to refineries, no interruptions whatsoever, and gasoline could be hopefully brought down in price. Now, certain regions of the US did better than others, and certain types of fuel did better than others. Diesel has not done well. Diesel is very expensive because there is an international shortage of refined diesel fuel at the moment, which I find laughable, but it is. But a regular unleaded gas for everybody else is available. And we are now seeing, as of the last few days and weeks, there's gas for sale in the USA under $3 a gallon. There's gasoline now $2.90 and $2.70, $2.60, instead of gas as high as prices you saw in your neighborhoods. And I don't have to remind you how high your gasoline prices were for how long they were as high as they were. But safe to say, prices of fuel have dropped off. They're dropping off way too slowly for our liking. Guess what? That's not new. That's not a Democratic or a Republican thing. That's normal. The greed factor is all over the place in America because one thing Americans are greedy. Americans are great at making money, and they love to raise prices. They hate to drop prices. They only drop prices when it's necessary, not when it's a nice thing to do. It's only when you must drop prices you will drop prices. And so oil and gas is gasoline has dropped. Oil is dropping and will likely continue to drop. The big reason why, the so-called demand increase in oil was supposed to be 4 to 5% this coming year, 2023. That's how much more oil was expected to be needed by the global economy. And it now looks likely that it's 1 to 1.5% at best. This is causing a problem because everyone has increased production wherever they can increase production easily. In Canada is willing to produce much more oil if only Americans would allow it into their country through new pipelines. But unfortunately, there are too many tree-hugging groups out there that believe that oil flowing through a pipeline is a recipe for disaster of the planet itself. And so oil comes through to the United States from Canada in existing pipelines, which there are many that have been built since the 50s, but there are certain projects that just can't get off the ground. So Canada has oil. Americans just can't get it. That's the issue. In America itself, oil and gas companies have been frantically bumping up their production levels where they can, the easiest. And they are selling every barrel they can get their hands on because a number of U.S. oil and gas companies are highly leveraged with their bankers at what they thought would be forever low, cheap interest rates that have now all of a sudden turned into not so ever low interest rates. And they really want to pay down their debts. And so they're cranking the oil out of their fields to pay off their bankers and obligations to get lean and mean. In the third world and the OPEC world, and other worlds, first world producers of oil, the United Kingdom and the North Sea, Norway, these folks are utilizing every trick in the book to pull every barrel out of the ground they can under the sea's surface to extend the life of their offshore platforms. The Middle East, it's just a joke. They pull oil out of the ground at $2 a barrel. They get $75 a barrel for this stuff, and gleaming 100-story towers show up all over United Arab Emirates, in Saudi Arabia. Vast projects are being built in certain other OPEC countries. It's great. It's wonderful times. Profits are just gushing. Then there's the third world, the OPEC losers. The countries of OPEC that just can't get their act together because they're so busy bribing themselves off, they can't even get another barrel out of the ground efficiently because they're too busy skimming the money off the top of every barrel they have for their lavish lifestyles. The one percenters of Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and all these other places live a lavish life, a wonderful life. Their children and their children's children and their relatives, they just live a wonderful world of private jets, French Riviera villas, New York condos, flats in London, first class airplane tickets around the world. It's great. The 99% of the others who aren't connected to these families, they are starving to death. And so there is no sharing of the wealth. The wealth is deemed to be owned by the sovereign that runs the country, and the sovereign takes it all and hands out scraps for everyone else. So there could be more production from these countries. There could be the kind of production, there could be the kind of development in some of these OPEC third world countries where they could build refineries to produce diesel fuel, which is desperately needed at top dollar, which means these countries could become incredibly wealthy on top of the wealth they have, but that's not going to happen. And so for environmentalists, they're happy because these countries are so inept, like Venezuela, so corrupt and so inept, they can't even pull their own fuel out of the ground, refine it for gasoline for their own domestic supply. Venezuela imports distilled gasoline into its country. It doesn't have refineries running. They're all broken down. So corrupt, so finished, so utterly useless. So for environmentalists, there could be a lot more oil being refined and used if these countries knew what they were doing, but they don't. And so that keeps it down. In any event, we're at 75.88 a barrel. And there are the haves, the have-nots, the bribers, the non-bribers, the bribed, and those who'd like to get bribed, and everyone else. And so welcome to 2022, the world in which we live. The old man is ranting and raving. Of course, then there's China. And oh gosh, China, oh poor China. What a mess they're in over there. They have a ton of domestic problems right now that didn't think they'd had to deal with. Unrest from within is really building. A lot of average middle class or middle class wannabe Chinese people, hundreds of millions of them, are looking around going, why am I working my ass off for these leaders to give themselves unlimited power for the rest of their lives? They are not answerable to anyone. They never get fired. They die in their desks, like the 96-year-old guy that just croaked the other day. That guy worked until a few years ago. You can never get rid of these people. They never leave. They're like dictators. They never, ever leave. The only way out is in a box. And the families of these guys, and mainly men, they do very well. It's incredible how their children are educated at world institutions and how all of the relatives underneath that individual does so nicely. Off the backs of, a billion others who just grind it out. These folks who are grinding it out find that they get locked in to their 250 or 800 square foot apartment for 5 people or 10 people. They get locked in for weeks at a time. They have restrictions everywhere. They can't express their thoughts without the fear of maybe going to jail. And they're asking themselves, what's the point of all this? This is the life that I'm promised. This is the greatness of China. More and more are asking themselves, really, this is your whole plan, Xi Jinping? This is your plan, the whole plan. Not working. And so there is discontent here and there. Obviously, people don't like paying mortgages on buildings that haven't even been built yet. That's also an issue. Anyway, I will say that China is one of the big reasons why oil is not doing well. China is not firing up its economy. Its domestic economy is in trouble, let alone its import-export issues. It's not like China's going broke. It's not like they can't, make it. China has this incredible ability to beat their population to death to make them do what they want them to do. And, under security laws that you make up, And then enforcers, there's no shortage of secret police and courts and bribed officials that'll put you away for a long, long time. There's no shortage of these guys. And so China's a mess. And I don't know where it ends up. I really don't know. But it is what it is. Here in North America, what can I say? We're dealing with the possibility of inflation that could go higher, that could go lower, could stay right where it is. We're all watching the statistics for employment. We're all watching the statistics for interest rates, for inflation. We're all watching the statistics for industrial production. We all want to know where we're going and where it's going to be at. There are conflicting stories out there about a contracting economy, and then there's stories about an expanding economy. Then there's stories about a very strong labor force in the United States. And then the constant stories that are coming out about how more and more people are working from home, and they're quite satisfied with that, and they don't want to go back to that grinding office, because this so-called industrialization of the office has died for a lot of people, and they're never going back. Did you hear about the United Airlines pilots negotiations? The United Airlines pilots are apparently agreeing to a new contract that calls for a 34% increase in wages for United pilots. But before you go crazy about this, before you go, what, 34%? Oh my God, it's a 3-year deal. You go, what, 3 years, 34%? It's actually not a 3-year deal. It's actually a 6-year deal. Because I'll tell you what's really going on here. The pilots at United haven't had a contract since December of 2019. That's the last time that's when their contract ran out, December 2019. They've flown all 2020, 2021, and now almost all of 22 without a new contract. You wonder, when do these guys ever go on strike? I mean, how long does it take before you walk off the job? But I guess they both sides, worked it out. They thought, well, these are COVID times. 2020, it's COVID. 2021, we're trying to get through COVID. Let's work together and keep the airline going. And we have had a lot of cutbacks on service and lots of layoffs, and now we're bringing the pilots back. We'll negotiate a new contract when we get up and running again, but in the meantime, let's band together. And the pilots knew that in the end, we will get a check from the company that will reflect any hours flown in 2020, 2021, 2022, and we will have a contract going forward. And sure enough, their patience seems to be paying off, because the deal sounds like what's going to happen is that the pilots, based on how many hours you've flown, of course, it'll be all worked out mathematically, they're going to get an 18% pay raise. Or let's put it this way, they're going to get 18% of their more money in a payout from the airline based on their 2020, 2021, and 2022 hours already flown. They're getting then for next year a 5% raise, the year after 4%, the year after 4%. So they're getting up to standard. In effect, what's really happening here is we're talking about a 6% raise over 6 years. That's kind of what it is. Now, there's a lot of other benefits that have been negotiated here. These are incredibly complex discussions to do with time off, paid sick leave, maternity leave, all kinds of other bonuses and compensation. That's all happening as well. But from what I'm hearing and what I'm reading is that Delta's contract with its pilots will be the industry standard for pilot pay. And that the deal that the pilots are agreeing to will guarantee that even if American or United matches this deal, the Delta pilots will then get an additional 1% bonus over and above, so that they will be the highest paid pilots in the business. Now, apparently, from what I can gather, it sounds like Delta might be the most profitable airline of all the airlines, and it can afford to do it. And so the Delta Corporation is saying to the pilots, we've worked together here for 3 years without a contract, and we can finally put together a new organized contract that makes you guys and has always made all of you pilots, male and females, the best paid in the industry. And we're not going to let that go. And so for the pilots, they're going, hey, we're working for the number one airline and they're taking care of us. We're taking care of them. We didn't take wildcat strikes. We didn't shut down the airline overnight without notice. We didn't screw the bottom line of the corporation. And by not doing that, the two of us were able to work out this deal that fairly compensates all of us for the 3 years going and the 3 years going forward. And so there's the deal. Now I've heard, and I've mentioned here, that American Airlines pilots, they rejected a 20 to 22% pay raise. They rejected that deal. That was months ago, and they're still discussing. You can bet your bottom dollar that the American airline pilots are closely monitoring the Delta deal. Same at United, same at Southwest, same at Alaska. All the other airlines are all watching what the Delta guys are doing. And if they can come up with a deal, this is the template that we now will go back to the table. The management knows what the deal is all about. The pilots know what the deals are all about. Let's get to the quick and make it happen. So we'll see how this all works out. Hopefully, no legislation will ever be needed from the administration, the Congress, or the Senate to force pilots back to work. They'll just work the deal out and keep going. Again, that's what I'm hearing out there. Interesting stuff going on. What else is going on? Did you hear that Christy Alley passed away last night? I heard that last night as I was finishing up my last broadcasts last evening for Traveling with Bruce. I saw a headline come through just after I finished that she had passed away. She used to be on Cheers. She took over the role from Diane Chambers. You remember? But, you know, the shows, we're getting on, aren't we? We're all getting older. Those of us who remember that series. All the characters who were in that series, they're getting into their 70s now. I don't like it. I don't like it when my sports heroes are getting on into their 70s either. I don't like it. I'm 67, and I don't like that these heroes are in their 70s. But, you know, they were older than I was when they were my sports heroes, when I was a teenager and in my 20s. Time seems to be an enemy here. But not for option writers. Have you noticed that? If you're an option writer, time isn't the problem. Time is a solution. Time is the great equalizer if you're an option writer. And, you know, whether it's 2 weeks or a month or 2 months or 3 months, time works in your favor if you're an option writer. You gotta love that. Be paid for your time. Time truly is money in the option business. Time is money, and I love it. I'm a real believer in utilizing time to make it pay for you. And I tell you, it's really evident right now as we are beginning to notice the December 16 contracts that have been written by many of you out there in various stocks that you follow. You've noticed how those contracts are really beginning to drop right now because they're down to 9 days of life. They have 9 days of life left. After today, they have 8 days of life left. And these depreciations will, these depreciating prices will continue to show and will come through. Most interesting, developments to watch. Just looking at quickly December 16th calls. Let me take a peek here. Here we go. I think these are December 16th. Yeah, here they are. A $25 December 16, 206 bid as of last night. Yesterday, the options lost $1.35. Definitely a negative move on the day. Just taking a quick peek here at my phone. Here we are. The shares of 25.56 at last night's close, and and the 25s down $1.35. The 26s down $1.03. The 26 and 25s are down to 154 bid, down 107. These were contracts that were trading at $3, $4, $5, $6 each not too long ago. 27s are 128 bid. The 28s are 101 bid. Love it. I love this. Looking now at January contracts. Let me take a look at January 2023. That would be the January 20s, if I'm correct. See if I can get my act together here. Here we go. January 20s. Looking at the 25s, they're $365 to $390. Those used to be in the $6, $7 ranges, weren't they? They dropped 125 yesterday. The 2625s are 310 bid. They're definitely backing off. 2750s, 268 bid. The 30s are 203 bid. Out of the money by a mile now. 450 out of the money. Still coming in at a 203 premium, all-time premium. That's all it is. Looking at the first contract above the price of the stock, in the case of January 20s, 2023, that would be 2625s. So they're about 70 cents ahead of the market, just out of the money by 70 cents. They're 310 bid, and the 330 ask last trade at 325, down 122 yesterday. And so you can see how those went from in the money to out of the money, and now the bids are 310. They have all of December to live and into January the 20th. That is, time is evaporating away on those. Very, very interesting to watch this happening. And hopefully for all of you out there, many of you out there, you're watching all kinds of depreciation coming into your account on these calls that you've written. You brought in good cash reserves. You have the ability to buy back your calls when it's convenient, and you can take a look at writing new calls going forward in the next perhaps few days, even on these December 16s. Wouldn't be surprising by next 2 or 3 weeks from now, you're looking at January calls that you're looking to buy back for some nice profits, whether it's 50%, 60, 65, 75, and you might be rolling into February's where you're buying back at maybe 250 and writing for 550 or 650, something like that. You're bringing in these extra dollars on rollovers, not pennies on rollovers. You might write the same contract, same strike price. It's just different timing going forward. Exciting as get up. All right. In any event, there you have it, kids. Fun times at the OK Corral. Thank you all for joining me this morning and being here. Great to have you. We've got a bunch to watch. Noticing here as we're coming into what is now 29 minutes until we start trading, we got the Dow off 75 points, definitely going lower again. S&P down 5.5, NASDAQ down 4.25. I have been waiting for a sell-off to take place for over a month, if not 6 weeks. I have been waiting for this rally to run into some headwinds. Have we got it? It's possible. There's no guarantee yet. The down dip being 60, 70 points is nothing severe. It's just the trend is a weaker opening yesterday, a weaker looks like opening now, today, Tuesday. Will we have another 300, 400, 500 point down dip today? And is that the beginning of a 3,000 point, 2,000 point backing off on the Dow? For many reasons, of which one is the old excuse, tax loss selling. A lot of people will use that as their reasoning why the markets are doing what they're doing. Up to you to believe it or not. But, the undeniable fact is markets seem to be under pressure this week versus last week. Let's take a look at some of our pre-market quotes. Over on Rocket Lab, we dropped a dime yesterday to 415. At the moment, the stock is 418 on the pre-market. SoFi closed at 453, down 17 last night. It's now 455 this morning. GameStop at the moment is up 8 cents. It closed at 25.56 yesterday. It's now showing 25.65, up 8 cents. The AMC shares had a terrible day yesterday. They really packed it in. The AMC common shares lost 72 cents, and the preferred shares lost 4.4 cents yesterday. At the moment, combining them, they're looking to gain a nickel back this morning, just 5 cents back. And nickel back is bad enough as it is. Matterport closed at 298. It's now looking at a 302 price. It was down 14 cents yesterday. 23andMe dropped 28 cents yesterday to 319. This morning it's showing a 327 last trade, up 8 cents. Spire dropped the nickel yesterday to 132 a share, now showing 139 a share in the pre-market. So a little bounce back there. ATIP closed at 34.24 cents yesterday, a 3.8 cent loss. This morning it is showing a 34 cent last trade. That's 1/4 of a penny lower than last night's close. I'm not sure how many have traded on that. SmartRent closed down 15 cents yesterday to 233. It is now showing 240 on the pre-market, about a 7-cent improvement. Cyxtera closed at 218 a share, losing a nickel after having a good gain at the beginning of the morning, and this morning it is lower at 210. There are rumors out and speculation out and all kinds of stuff. The company is talking about creating, turning itself into a real estate investment trust of some kind that will likely be designed to be an income distributor of revenue on a monthly basis. But this is the kind of company that will basically flow cash and then just hand it to the shareholders, maybe 3/4 of it, and 1/4 of the cash will just be utilized, leftover cash, to just kind of maintain everything. It doesn't sound exciting, but it can be a good cash flow generator based on what you pay to get it. And the trick of it is that if you pay $2 a unit or $3 or whatever this is going to trade at, if you're paying $2 to $3 a piece and you can bring in 2 pennies a month, it's 1% a month, which is 12% a year. If you get 3 cents a month in income, that's 36 cents a year on a $2 investment is 18% on your money. But apparently the story goes that the company was going to do this conversion of itself in 2023, and now they've delayed it to 2024. And this tells me they are in active discussions on a possible buyout scenario. There could be a competitor. There could be another company in another field that wants to get into data processing, or they're into discussions with some kind of an existing investment trust that's out there already that might absorb these guys into their investment trust and just add the cash flow of Cyxtera into their company, get rid of the management, get rid of the high-end guys that get paid the money, and then just bring them in as an operating entity. I have no details for you on this. I can't give you any insight because this company really doesn't talk to the market, and it's really frustrating to me. I love this business. I think this business is a recession-proof business. I think this is a business that is going to grow for decades and decades and decades. Data processing and data handling between governments and business, and every time you use one of your credit cards for points, I mean, these guys they're transacting data like crazy. Every transactions that a Costco member has is data mine. I mean, massive amounts of data are flowing all over the place between Costco headquarters, Costco stores, Costco suppliers, Costco distribution, shelf management, just endless data movement. If you've ever noticed people inside a Costco store, some of the employees that you'll watch in the hallways, in the aisleways, I should say, the folks in the aisleways, they don't carry pieces of paper to tell them how many bags of chicken nuggets are in the freezer. They have a handheld device that's telling them exactly how many bags should be in that freezer as of like an hour ago or two, because the cash registers register out every one that is purchased. That affects the numbers in the store to tell them, okay, we got 500 in the back, we got 50 in the freezer. When we get down to 20 in the freezer, load up 30 more bags from the back, put it on a belt, on a thingy, and get it out there and reload the freezer. This is all done by handheld devices. This is data flowing, just massive amounts. It just is internal, let alone external, because the folks at whatever the name of the supplier for the chicken is, they want to know how many bags has Costco moved, and what regions of the country are they selling the best at, the worst at? Where can we market better to get the chicken sales up? And I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of that. This business is a huge, juicy business, and Cyxtera is part of this. And I just get the impression that I don't know, as a public freestanding entity, maybe they tried to look at other deals that they couldn't put together. Maybe they thought they had a deal with somebody that they might have been able to make, and it fell through. I can't answer these questions. The management of the company doesn't talk. They don't, they're not going to be pursued by CNBC, because why would CNBC give a crap about Cyxtera? It's not a Dow 30 component company. It's a small, obscure little, former SPAC. It's got the word SPAC associated with it, so they're not going to want to like it. I don't know, but something is gnawing at me that Cyxtera's days as a standalone corporation now are numbered. It is going to become part of something else, or something else is going to be brought into it, and it is going to be a different entity. Whether it disappears entirely into, ABC data center, something, I have no idea, or does it become part of a big REIT out there? I do not know, but something is up, and I had seen recommendations for the stock, like estimates that the shares should be trading at 260 to 280 a piece, based on the valuation of the company if it were to become an investment trust. That much I'd heard or read of, something like last week, but I have no idea about how legit that is. We'll see what happens. If you want to take them over as a public company, it'll cost you more to take them over than just 260, 280. You likely have to come in at about a $4.50, $5 level to get the interest. But again, there's so many other former SPACs out there, former SPACs that are no longer SPACs, that are acquirable, theoretically, and we'll see what gives. All right, let's go back to the list here. Where are we at here? Cyxtera. Apple is closed at one. Let me just refresh my thing here. Apple closed at 146.63 last night, down 118. It's up 43 cents in the pre-market with 19 minutes to go. It's at 147.06. And where Goldman dropped $9.04 yesterday to 371.54. It's now 367.50, down another 405. Whatever news has been coming out of either Goldman or the financial sector, it just doesn't seem to be, the happy kind of news people want to see. I don't know what to make of it. Cisco at 49.33 last night, down 37 cents, is now at 49.30. Looks like we're down about 3-4 cents this morning. Tesla, 182.45 last night, now sitting at 181.80, down 65 cents. There was a thought that with a $12.40 drop yesterday, maybe Tesla would have a rebound this morning. Not in the cards at this second in time. The rumor is that a lot of talk right now about Tesla price cutting in America. The one place that people didn't think price cutting would happen, it seems to be happening in the U.S. and they seem to be front running the tax credits that are going to be announced shortly by the U.S. government with cash discounts right now. So $37.50 off the price of a Model Y or a Model 3 sedan. See how that goes. ARC Innovations was down 209 yesterday to 3607. It's now 3619, up 11 cents. Microsoft dropped 482 yesterday to 250.20. It's now up 77 to 250.97. Bed Bath Beyond gained a penny yesterday. It's down, looks like a nickel this morning. Pfizer dropped 18 cents yesterday. It's up 1 penny today at 50.74. We just dropped 50.71, down 2 cents on the morning on Pfizer. So we're down a tiny bit. HPQ, Hewlett Packard, dropped 43 cents yesterday to 29.21. Pre-market 29.10, down 11 more. Carvana dropped 97 cents yesterday, 12%, down to 7.10. It's now 7.17, up 7 cents. What a disaster there. Google, the Alphabet shares, down 96 cents yesterday to 99.87. We're now 99.80 this morning, down 8 cents again. That's what it seems to indicate. And then Amazon dropped 3.12 yesterday to 91.01, threatening the $90 level. It is now 90.96, just 96 cents above $90. We're down 5-6 cents this morning on Amazon. Those are the early indications now, with 17 minutes left to go before we start trading. Of course, things can change between now and then when we get started here, but that is the dealio at the moment with the pre-markets. So welcome all of you to the show. Nice to have you here. Hope you're going to have a good day today. We're going to keep an eye on everything here. Lots to follow, lots to watch. And what can I say? Let's go. What else is going on here? Charlie C is saying, Uncle Bruce, I'm a pilot, not professional. Anyway, the government can't mandate a pilot work like railroad or air traffic. Way too much training involved. Interesting. It's interesting. It would be absolutely impossible for them to pull in replacement pilots because the existing shortage that's already there. Interesting. Oh, we got a troll. We have a troll. My channel must be growing. Got a troll here. Oh, about that. That's incredible. What do we got? 234 people here, and trolls are coming in. Boy, are they desperate for an audience, I'm telling you. Anyway, sorry about that. I just noticed it. What can I say? What else is going on? Was that a Nickelback joke? Inadvertently. I wasn't planning on it. It just came out that way. What can I say? I'm not a fan of these guys. I couldn't. If I heard their music in the background, I might go, "Oh yeah, I've heard that," but I can probably tell you that I can tell you for a fact I don't listen to it. I'm not a fan. Too old. I have too many, bands from the '60s that are my liking. But I'm old. What do you want? Zed Estate says, Uncle Bruce, I have 12 GameStop contracts that expired December 23. I sold it for $216. I can buy it back today and roll down a lower strike or further out. What would you do? Okay, well, I don't know what you wrote yours for. And I don't know which contracts you're talking about. I'm going to guess you're dealing with 25s or 26 somethings. I guess. I don't know. I don't know which ones you have. So what could you do? Well, there you go. There's the question. Let me take a look at this. You sold it. You sold it for $216, December 23. So I am lost, my friend. Zed, you got to help me, man. You got to tell me what you got. But on the surface of it, just as I see it, theoretically, if you're up nicely, yeah, you could look at rolling into January 20th. The third Friday of January. You could look at, the 26s or 27 and a halves or something. And if you can get more money, a lot more money, yes. Let's see. December 30th strike, says Zed. December 30th strike. Okay, now I'm confused. December 30th strike. December 30th. Okay. I'm obviously old here. I'm slow. I mean, are your contracts 37 cents each right now? Are they that cheap? I don't understand. What else is going on? Wing Commander, I am thumbs up 97 today. Hey, thank you guys for these thumbs ups. Lately I've been forgetting to ask. I think I'm beginning to lose it. So thank you very much for this. $30 strikes is what I've got. So are these December 23rd 30s? Is that what you got? Let me double check then. You don't have 20-30 cent contracts. You have a 92-cent contract. 92 to 98 last trade, bid ask. Don't see anything more there. So you're up about 50+% now. Very good. It's great profit. Look, I think you should be able to write a contract. I think you may want to go and look to write a contract that gets you more than a couple of bucks. I would like to see you into, let's see, January 23s. Let's take a look here. If you were to write 26-25s for January 20th, you bring in between 310 and 330 based on the bid ask as of last night. That would bring you an extra $2 a contract or more. That would be a good move. Let me take a look at February. Is there anything to write there that'll pay you more? 26-25s will bring you about $395 to $440. You might be better off to just stay with January calls, not bother with February's at the moment. If, however, the shares give up some ground this morning to the 25 neighborhood, they back off down to 25-ish, your calls could well be at about 75 cents, 71 cents, because you're now dealing with pennies of depreciation. You're not dealing with dollars of depreciation anymore. You're down to pennies. It's time to move out of this contract into multi-dollar contracts. So I'd be looking at 26-25s as a starter, maybe 27-50s just to give you a little more protection, go further ahead a little further in price, strike price. 27-50s are 360 to 375. If you can buy your call back for 90 cents, write one for 370, you're 280 ahead per contract, and that might be the way to make the move right there. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. Nick is number 110 on the thumbs up meter. Nick S, thanks, pal. Appreciate it. And what else is going on here? Uncle Bruce, my GameStop February 17, 2023 2750s are at 545 are down to 365 now. Is it bad if I still keep my arms folded and wait for more depreciation? It is not bad. It is a good thing. It is a very good thing. Do nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're worthless. They have no value. Their 365 is all time. And right now, the shares want to go down another buck. Those calls will go down to 310. A week from now, they'll be $2.95 to $3 if that happens. 2 weeks from now, you're going to be at $2.60, $2.65. There's another $100 just doing nothing. If, of course, the shares want to go lower, well, then they'll drop even further and faster. But I think right now you don't want to do anything until those calls are down to the 2 level or less. You want to now generate this return that you're due. I love this position you're in. Vilbus, I've got GameStop December 23rd, 26 and 27 contracts. So I sure would love you see dollar signs in front of these numbers. You can help me out a lot. I'm looking for some more dip today this week, and we'll buy back. Sitting close to 50% of my original value. Let's get them lower. There you go. This is a common tale right now on this channel. For those of you who are watching casually and you're wondering what the hell are these people talking about, we're talking about folks who've written calls in the last few weeks, the last month, 5 weeks, where they brought in $5, $6, $7 a contract, $500, $600, $700 a contract. And they're now sitting with a contract worth about half that value, which they can buy back anytime they want, lock in the profit. The beauty of the position that Vilbus is in and Constantine and others is that the contracts they've written, whether they wrote 25s and then they bought them back and wrote 2750s and rolled up, it doesn't matter. These folks are now sitting on contracts that they are obligated to buy back for now. There's contracts are all out of the money. These contracts are worthless pieces of paper. They have no book value because the shares have slumped where we are at the moment, 25.75, and they were in the $27, $28 level not too long ago, and here they are at 25.75. And if the shares want to give up a little more ground, we have earnings coming out tomorrow night at the end of the bell. If the company disappoints, and yesterday the market seemed to indicate that it felt they might disappoint because the stock dropped 196 yesterday. If it drops another 196 today, shares are 23.75, and all these contracts that these folks have written are not just out of the money, they're way out of the money, dollars out of the money. And that means that these calls premiums will be way down by 3/4 of their original values. This is where Vilbus might sit back and go, okay, I think I'm going to buy back my 26s and 27s for a third of what I got for them. And I'm now going to write contracts for further out, back to maybe January, February's, might write the 25s now and bring in another $4, $5, or $6 a contract, depending on which one he writes and how far out he goes. This will bring in, again, hundreds of dollars a contract in additional cash. And if you want to become a self-employed option writer, you have to be in position to write a certain number of contracts per month. And 20 to 40 to 50 is at the minimum you want to be able to write. If you can write 50 contracts in a month, maybe 25 and then another 25, you do rollovers. And you can pull in $2, $3 per contract when you do a 25 contract rollover. That's $5,000 to $7,500. $5,000 to $7,500 per rollover. Do a couple of those in a month, 1.5 of those a month, 3 every 2 months. You're bringing in 15 to 20,000 every 2 months. That's a starter. That's a nice place to start, where you think to yourself, I think I might be quitting my day job and just do this and have my life to myself. I love it. DQ 119, Mr. Premium, number 122. Thank you, Constantine. Thank you. Thank you. What is ATP up to? What's it down to? Unbelievable. I keep nibbling and I say, Vilbus, GameStop, 12, 23, 26, 27. Sorry, Uncle Bruce. Thanks, pal. I appreciate that. When you guys give me dollar signs in front of numbers, it helps me a lot. When you just give me numbers, I'm going December 16, 23, 25. I'm going, what? I don't know. Hawkeye, number 124. Thank you, Nick. Uncle Bruce, important question. Who wins the Morocco-Spain game? What? Aurora, hi, Uncle Bruce. Yesterday, I bought back my GameStop, $12.16, $30 strike. I rewrote immediately calls for February 17th, $24 strike at $5.04 a share. Now we're talking. Here we go. Nice job, Bobby. I had a stink bid in to make 200 on my GameStop, right? Lowered it to 300 with a layoff article today. There you go. There is an article out. I know better, says Vilbus. There is an article out that I was given privy to last night about layoffs at GameStop, and the story seems to be written from an angle where it's sort of read to me. The way I read it was like. People who got laid off at GameStop were talking about being laid off through LinkedIn. There was a LinkedIn messaging going on, and I'm not on LinkedIn. I don't follow LinkedIn. My daughter says I should be on LinkedIn. I should be promoting this channel on LinkedIn. I don't have time to promote myself to Jennifer, let alone to the outside world. I got so much on the go here. But anyway, story goes that people who've been laid off have been getting layoff notices, let's say, at GameStop all this month, all last month, and that they're still going on. It's like every week more people are being notified that their services are no longer being required. My hunch is that if the NFT thing is not working out, or the FXT connection isn't happening, I can see where people are being let go. I do know, and I'm aware of, as are you, that Ryan Cohen has come right out and has not sugarcoated it in that interview he did a little while ago, and the press release we saw, 2 months ago, where GameStop said, we're cutting back staff. we're gonna cut back people, and the rumors had 600 people being let go or something like that. I don't know if this is part of that or if this is additional to that. That I can't answer because they don't talk to us, and so we're left to guess what's really going on. Okay, there you have it. What else? Zed is smiling. Shane sold my GameStop put yesterday for 30% profit. Didn't want to wait till after earnings. Got June Tesla puts that are up 8% right now. Shane, way to go. DH, number 128 for you, buddy. Thank you, Alex. Nick, I think we'll see a shock today, either Morocco or Switzerland. Bama, babe, GameStop is getting rid of the fat. There you go. They got to cut costs to outdo this inflationary problem that everyone's running into. As I speak right now, GameStop is unchanged at 25. Actually, it's down 25.50, down 6 cents. GameStop is backed off from this 25.80 level earlier today, now to 25.51, down a nickel. We're opening in 2 minutes. Our friend Mr. Titus has passed off responsibility to someone else to step in. I think DQ is going to have to come in here and be our man to ring the bells this morning. We'll follow this market. I'm showing the Dow off 24 points. We're down a point on S&P. We're down 16 on NASDAQ. A headline just coming across a few minutes ago says, oil slides as worries about more Fed hikes rattle the market. Well, okay, I'm expecting 3-4 more rate hikes, a quarter point to a half a point each, with a half a point right now in 9 days. That's what I've been calling for. Again, I gotta wonder, are all kinds of analysts watching our telecast and taking the lead from us, saying, well, whatever Bruce says is what I'm going to say in about a week or two. I'll say it from. And I'll get all the blame. I'll get all the glory. Been adding to my ATIP position hard. Might start picking up CYXD, says Shane. Good Godfrey says, Uncle Bruce, any recent thoughts on ATIP long-term? Holding some heavy bags, which I'm fine with if this company is as good as I want it to be. I just think physical therapy isn't going away. I just don't think so. I like the physical therapy space. I would just wish this market would recognize the fact that this stock is trading at half, not even half its book value. I don't know what it'll take, when it'll happen, how it'll happen. I have no idea. I just say pick it up. Just buy this stuff. It's cheap. I think it's artificially being held down by some shorters, and it needs a buy wave. A buy wave has to come into the stock, but I don't know who it is that's going to do that. We have viewers on this channel who like ATIP, but we don't necessarily happen to have the buying power of 25 million shares on ATIP. That would be $8 million at these current prices. I don't think this channel has $8 million lying around to just buy up all the ATIP shares and take it away. But will there be somebody that'll step in there and recognize an opportunity for ATIP to take a shot if this guy gets squeezed, or whoever these people are? I haven't seen it yet, but I'm wondering if someone is on the sidelines waiting to pounce. It's an opportunity, I think, but I don't have the answer. 131 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for these. Keep them coming in if you don't mind. Thank you, everyone, very, very much. Not Larry Titus, a.k.a. DQ, has rung the bells. Thanks, pal. We're up and running. Bagel Babe, I wouldn't know any news if it wasn't for Uncle B, says Bagel Babe. Sell my house fast. Uncle Bruce, I sold 2 ME calls with a $3 strike expiring December 16. I only got 28 cents for them. They're up for now, but how long should I wait to buy back? My cost base is well over 3. Yeah, I do not condone writing options on stock that's trading at this low a price, but what can I say? I'm not sure how to respond to this question. I got a million things on my mind here. Not writing options on stock that's this cheap. ME took a spill yesterday, didn't it? Took a dump off. I don't know why your options would be up today if the stock dropped as much as it did yesterday. I don't understand. We're at 321, up 2 cents on ME. So obviously the $3 strike are 21 cents in the money. So they're going to trade at something. You're on your own here. You got time, but don't know. I don't know. DQ, I might not be on the afternoon show. Somebody make sure to close the market if I'm not around. So DQ is warning everybody, someone's got to ring the bells today because I may not be here and we're not sure if Larry's going to be around or not. Anyway, at the moment, the Dow is up 43 points to start the day. Let's see how this plays itself out as we load everything up here. We've got lots to watch here. A 25.20 on GameStop, down 36 cents to start the morning. It was up all morning. GameStop, all pre-market, was up 30 cents a share. Now it's 25.20, down 36 cents to start the morning. So we have a negative start on the old GameStop show. GameStop shares. Mirka 136. Thank you for the 136 thumbs ups. We'd like to hit 200 today. If anybody can help out with thumbs ups today. Vilbus, I got my stinkers in for 1 penny over the 1/3 value of my GameStop cover calls. Let's go to dipping. There you go. Well, these want to back off. 25.19. $25 contracts are worth 19 cents right now. Any contract over 25.20 is worthless on a book value basis. AMC down a penny. GameStop down 39 now to 25.18. ATIP is 34.2. I don't see a trade yet. Tesla down 90. SoFi down 5 cents at 448. S&P is down 0.14. NASDAQ down 23. The Dow is holding an 18.9% gain right now. We're down 59 cents on oil, and that slippage will likely continue, I suspect. Let's see how it goes here. 25.03 on GameStop. GameStop is dropping further now to 25.03. That's the new low of the day here, and am I shocked? Nope. Just it's a matter of fact. The stock is backing up because the volume just hasn't been there to support the run up. 233,000 looks like that's what's traded on GameStop so far, with the low of 25.03 so far recorded. All right. Keep your eye on your contracts. Look for continued depreciation, but do not be surprised if we reach the 24s. Just don't be surprised. And those of you sitting on $3 and $3.50 and $4 contracts, make no move whatsoever. Do not jump in here and think, it's the low of all time, I'm going to buy them back. No. Between now and next week, serious shrinkage on the December 16s, continued shrinkage on January's and February's. Earnings come out Wednesday night. Here we are down 35 cents first thing this morning, the day before earnings. We got the layoff notice news that came out last night. We've got we just are not hearing the kind of news from GameStop or surrounding rumors around GameStop. There's nothing good coming out that's telling us, yay, we're on our way to greatness. The NFT thing is not looking good. The FXT connection that GameStop has does not look good. There's just too many negatives around, and layoffs are happening because probably divisions that were thought that were going to generate revenue and profits are not generating anticipated revenue and profits, or are not going to generate going forward the returns that were thought to have been coming from a year ago. I mean, this is the conundrum that GameStop seems to be in, is my guess. So they're leaning on their retail locations for the results. Their retail locations are being crushed by inflationary forces, including upset employees at certain locations who are not happy with their managers and their pay rates and all that. And there's been a turmoil and turnover, and promises made to keep employees happy. There's issues here. So 25.08, 25.10. We're down 46 cents today, and the earnings come out tomorrow night. I can't imagine the earnings at retail being great. I don't know why GameStop would outperform everybody else in the gaming sector. I don't understand how that can be. The stores are the same, the staff's the same, the merchandise is the same. So we have a slowdown in the economy. We don't have anything new this year. We don't have new games consoles. We don't have new hot whatever. So what is going to cause the retail sector to really outperform? I don't see it. Any gains they've made on sales, market penetration, whatever, it will be eaten up by inflation. Because at the retail level, inflation is deadly, especially shipping. Anything that's being shipped in is costing GameStop more money. 4,500 locations of receiving shipping expenses worldwide. This is not good. So that's kind of where this old retailer is watching things up from. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay. Here we go. Zed Estate, Uncle Bruce. I just bought back GameStop. 12, 23, 22, $30 call for 85 cents for a nice profit. There you go. Nice job. Start writing and look at January, February for dollars. I want you bringing in dollars, not pennies. 25.06, down 50 cents right now. The low of the day, 25.03. We're up 53 on the Dow, now 49. We're a third of a point higher on S&P, and we're 21 points lower on NASDAQ. Oil is down 56 cents at the moment. Not sure what's going on here. It's a very mixed bag market. There's no huge buying interest coming in, obviously. But we'll see the first 20 minutes, first hour, and kind of go from there. But there's red all over the place on my screen. I don't know about your screen, but I got red everywhere. ATIP is at 34 even, 25.10 on GameStop. Tesla at 180.06, threatening to go under 180 now. SoFi 446, down 7 cents. We've got Apple down 13, HBQ down 8, Amazon down 46, Home Depot holding a 56-cent gain. Cisco down 12, Netflix is at 311, down 153, Pfizer down 18 cents now, IBM down a couple of pennies. Microsoft holding a $1 gain after a drop yesterday. Vanik is down 95 cents, Adobe down 145, Goldman down 340, Google down 22, Boeing off $2. Interestingly, it had a good day kind of running yesterday. Moderna down 394. Facebook, look at a Meta, down to 117.75, down 468. That break I've been waiting for might have happened here on Meta. ME down 4.5 cents. Rocket Lab down 13.5 now. Matterport at 290. SmartRent down 8 cents. Spire down 2. Cyxtera down 7. Royal Caribbean down $1.25. Bed Bath Beyond down 15 now. It was at 422 yesterday morning. It's 345 now. Oops. Carvana down 20 cents to 690. Robinhood down to 951, down 16. BlackBerry down a dime. We've got Target holding a gain of 114 after a terrible day yesterday. JP Morgan up 240. Costco is up $1. Costco's up $1 after losing $45 in the last 3 days. Walmart down 4 cents. Disney down 115 to 94.78. There are serious cutbacks coming at Disney. There's going to be massive changes and write-downs at Disney. Igor is setting the table for January for some bad news over there. NVIDIA down $2. American Airlines is up a penny at the moment. That's what I'm showing here. Early days, early moments. We're up 12 points on the Dow, and now up 3 points. The Dow is quickly going negative. We're negative on S&P, down 6. We're negative 43 on NASDAQ. This market is turning red quickly. Headline, IMF, China's economic outlook is worse than had been expected in October. IMF will lower estimate for China's medium-term growth in the next forecast update. This is going to affect markets. This kind of talk affects markets. We're down 14 on the Dow now, 15. We're down 9 on S&P and Nasdaq down 48. If China's numbers are god-awful, as I have been predicting, this market is going to take a hit, and it'll happen also in Europe. They will take a hit, and Asia stocks will take a hit. Because the reality is China is a basket case. They are an economic mess. Their COVID strategy has not been working. Their factories are being completely shut down. They're overreacting to the virus. Then again, they may not have a vaccine that is all that effective. They've not accepted Western vaccines, and so they left themselves wide open for all kinds of problems. We're down 30 on the Dow. We're down 60 on the Dow. Hello, we're going down. Going down quickly. Interesting. We got the Dow dropping now 56 points, S&P 11, Nasdaq down 49, GameStop 24.83. We're dropping even further, as I've been trying to tell you. Let's see. Touchgrass saying, if they're laying off anyone, then earnings probably aren't going to be stellar. Vilbus, 1/3 of what I received for writing them. Vilbus, I get antsy to buy back once they get around 50%, but I've definitely missed on bigger gains by buying back too early. Zed, Uncle Bruce, I just sold 12 GameStop for $350. 02, 17, 23, 27.50s. That is $3,185 net U.S. cash. Thank you, Uncle B. Zed Estate, that little Beamer you're driving there, you're going to be driving it a little longer. Nicely done, sir. Keep it going. Nick, X heading lower. U.S. Steel. Spicy Android. If I bought back now a 7% profit, you want me to write GameStop again right away? Yes, I do. Look at writing 25s for December, for January or February. Hi there,
So I think it's going to go further down.
Oh, we just saw a headline coming up. The IMF is going to lower China's economic outlook. Another headline, China's economic outlook is worse than expected. Yes.
Yeah, we kind of knew that too.
Yeah, well, it's now official. Now that it's official, you can believe it. If Bruce says it.
Well, now it's
just a 4'8" guy, homeless, no hair. Why would you listen to that guy? Listen to the IMF. They know. Yes. Anyway, how are you today?
Good, I found.
Look out.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay. Day 2 here on the air. So glad to be here in the desert.
Well, not the high, but right now it's like minus 23 in Calgary.
Ooh, it's cold, bitterly cold.
And it snowed, so,
Well, am I not missing that? Am I so glad we're out of there? I was saying yesterday on the channel, I was lamenting the fact that we waited until now to get here. But in past years, Calgary's had scenarios where they didn't have any snow.
We're not supposed to be this cold.
Yeah. We're not this cold this early.
November is supposed to be right around 0.
Yeah. And -5 for December, not minus 25 Celsius.
We've also had Novembers where it was, I just wouldn't let my daughter go to school because it was -40.
Yeah, we've seen it all. Yeah. We've been around long enough to know all that. But it's been a cold winter.
You can die when it's that cold.
That's right. It has been a cold winter this year in Calgary, no question about it. Ooh, the Dow's off 105 now, kids. Down 20 in S&P, down 85 on Nasdaq. We're definitely turning lower here. Definitely turning lower. Look at the GameStop.
Definitely.
24.94. Down it goes. We're at 33 on ATIP, getting cheaper. Tesla 177.54, broke 180 like butter, hot knife through soft butter, down 439 now on Tesla. SoFi 441. This is the all-time low territory on SoFi, I'm sorry to say. The all-time low, $4.40. We just touched it. That is all-time low on SoFi. Bargains for those of you with cash on hand. Then again, those of you with cash on hand, you might be looking at acquiring deep in the money calls on something like GameStop. You might look at $10 deep in the money calls or 12s or 15s and writing calls. Mm-hmm. And if you can buy deep in the money GameStop calls for $11 a share, $1,100 a pop. You can acquire a couple of those. You can write additional contracts. You just gave yourselves a raise. So hello. Keep an eye on that.
Hello.
Yellow, everybody. 25.05 on GameStop. The low of the day now on GameStop has been 24.77 on the first drop. We might have another one of these and many more today. It's this market here might be setting up for a big drop. Might be setting up for a big drop. Yeah. So there it is. You know what I'm thinking of today for my bagel?
He's been thinking ahead of time.
Well, not thinking ahead. I'm just thinking. I'm
just riffing.
I'm riffing. But maybe a toasted bagel with slices of cheddar on top that are melted.
Okay.
So open-faced.
Yeah. Okay.
And just with a melted cheddar on board.
Okay.
That might be an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some nice cheddar cheese. We bought at Costco, sliced cheddar. Very good.
All right. I can do that. I'm on it.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Just like Rugman.
Rugman on it. Rugman's on it. Go Rugman. Oh, yeah. Nazareth, I sold 53 GameStop contracts for January the 20th, $25 strikes, and picked up $425 premium. Current ask is $360. Arms are crossed. There you go. Nice job indeed. The Dow down 57, Nasdaq down 15. S&P down 15, Nasdaq down 74. The Nasdaq is down 2/3 of a percentage point, leading the way lower. S&P down 0.38, and the Dow's only down 0.12. So the Dow is 1/5 of where it should be if you want to compare it to Nasdaq. That would put the Dow down 130. We're down 26 right now. So we probably got a buy program going in, artificially running it around. We're down 34 now on the Dow. We're backing off again. All right. Paul's Guitar picked up more SoFi. Yeehaw. Enjoying this GameStop shrinkage as well. My April 21st 2750s have a ways to drop, though, before I buy back. Rock and roll, man. 2750s, and you're out of the money at $2.30 a share. Giddy up, let the stock continue to just move along, and let's wait until Thursday for you there, Pulse Guitar. We want to wait until Thursday, Friday, because we want to see what the earnings are like and whether the drop-off is further. If we're going to drop off because of the potential disappointing numbers, then 21, 22, 23, that neighborhood is likely, and you'll be $6 out of the money, $5, $6, $7 out of the money. And we'll see what happens then. Lots of choices and lots of opportunities here, but way to go, everybody. Boeing and Goldman Sachs share losses contribute to the Dow's 100-point drop. That was a headline that's, about 5 minutes old. The Dow's only down 22. You can just see the volatility here in this market, but not necessarily good news. AMC down 8 cents on the common. 1.7 on preferreds. AMC is not coming back. 915 high on Thursday last week. This is Tuesday. It's going lower, and that good news, whatever that good news was, didn't take. And there you go. GameStop 25.12 down 44. ATIP 34 cents down 1/5 of a penny. Sorry, can't take any phone calls. We're busy right now on the air. What else? Tesla 177.81 down 464 is where we're at right now. 177.61 on Tesla. Pressure on. SoFi 443 now, down a dime. A little recovery there. Okay. What else? John Anderson, good morning. Jen, Pulse Guitar, good plan, my man. You know it. Rock and roll kids, you guys are being paid now for your patience. You're being paid off. You're getting the payoff you deserve on these December 16 calls, these January calls, these February calls. You've written for high premiums, all out of the money, high premiums, and now these shares back away from the strike price. And time is taking its toll, and down by dollars come these contracts, bit by bit by bit by bit, and they add up to dollars gained, which is how you make a living doing this business. You're not going to write 1,000 calls at a time. You're going to write 10, 15, 20, 25, depending on how many you can accumulate through the stock acquisitions or poor man covered call transactions. And if you truly want to become self-employed, this is it. This is the name of the game here, is to generate revenue from call premiums of dollars. And you add it up and you're going, yeah, okay, I get it now, Bruce. I get it. I see where in a 30-day window, I can bring out of this market $6,000, $8,000, $10,000, $4,000, $3,000, whatever, on the way to $30,000 a month is where we're targeting you. And you won't ever be working again. Why would you want to do that? What employer is going to offer you $15,000 a month to show up? I don't know how many. I don't know many people in that area. Employers aren't yet generous. They're not that generous. They're very greedy people at the top end for themselves. That's okay. I want you to be greedy for yourselves at the top end. That's the number one thing here. Okay. Thank you, all of you who are taking my classes out there. Those 222 of you are out there. I don't know how many of you watched classes already. There are 14 now to get your hands on. Take them one at a time. Learn how to write stock options. Join the party. Join these kids right over here. Practically everyone you see over here has taken a good chunk of the classes, if not all of the classes. And they've learned how to write call options against stock they're sitting on. They've learned how to write poor man covered calls, calls against calls for less cash, more leverage, and more revenue. This is changing lives. There are people over here whose lives have been completely altered in the last 90 days, 180 days, 1 year, complete different market experience. And it's called making money on a consistent basis, which is a real nice thing to have in the market. And it's not like the Warren Buffett style where you have $1 million, $5 million, $100 million, and you're making 3%, 4% a year. No. We're talking about people here with $5,000, 10, 20, 40, 80, 100 and up who are writing options on that kind of capital and are bringing in capital, the amount of cash that they're just pounding onto the account to compound the growth, and or utilizing some of the cash to pay bills and or knock off annoying debt that has been dragging you down and holding you back. How many of you out there know somebody that's a friend, a relative, a pal, a coworker? They work their butts off, and all they're doing is treading water. They're just handling all their debts. They're just trying to, God forbid they break an arm and have to take a month off work, or get sick and get laid off or furloughed. I mean, the whole house of cards will collapse on these folks. There are people on this channel who've in the last year and a half have been able to turn their lives around, where they've decided, you know what, I'm going to write options like he's talking about. I'm going to take his courses. And then what's happened is they have decided, you know what, I've got $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month coming in here that I've never had before from this source. And these credit cards are gone. We're zeroing in right now. Husband and wife together are banding together, cutting back expenses, and they're targeting debt that costs them cash flow every month. This is after-tax money you have to pay to debt. They're getting rid of these debts to stop these minimum payments, and they are lowering their cost of living every month systematically. And it has made a massive difference, because you can cut your cost of living by $500-$600 a month in this inflationary environment. You can handle more of it. And if you're growing your option revenue as you're getting better at writing options, you're beginning to see the end game coming right in front of you. It's coming right at you. You're going, you know what? In 3 months, 6 months, one or both of us will quit our jobs, and we will just do this only. We're going to have lives again for our kids, ourselves, our sanity, whatever. And we're going to change careers. We're going to change paths in the work environment where we're not working for somebody anymore. We're now working with somebody. Now we're now going to be consultants, and we're going to take on projects from time to time. We're completely changing how we're going to make income from our careers and our knowledge and our experience. And we have this option, the option scenario here, completely changing our lives. It's a question of how you want it. How do you want it? Alrighty. Pulse Guitar. After next Wednesday, I'll be able to pick up class number 3. Thumbs. I'm loving this freaking process, Bruce. Right on, buddy. Double D, GameStop, Jan 2025, $15 calls for $13.75. Am I on the right track? If I buy the $15 call, it's worth $1,000 book value. Should I be paying $13.75? No, that's too expensive. You need a lower price. You really need the price to be more like $1,100, $1,150. So don't be hurrying to buy that one. Take a look at Jan 24s or something between 24 and 25. Can you find something? Is there any month between the two? I don't know. I'm guessing. Can you find a 90-10 rule contract? This, again, is another lesson of mine. Learning on which contracts to buy without overpaying for contracts to use to write contracts to bring in revenue. I don't want you bringing in revenue to pay someone else a huge profit just for the pleasure of buying a deep in the money call. You've got to be very focused on what you're going to pay for a deep in the money call. Double D, take a look at 13s, 12 and a halves. Take a look at 10s, see what's out there, and see if you can pick up a contract in that 90-10 rule that fits this criteria. We're down about 70 points on the Dow, it looks like. We're down 22 on S&P. We're down 111 on NASDAQ. Pulse Guitar, seen articles about quiet quitting and employees less willing to engage in hustle culture. As if it's bad that people only do what they're paid for, not like incentives are getting better. I know this is the last 10, 12 years have been brutal for employees. Up until last year, it's been very one-sided. It's been all corporate wins and nothing but employee losses. I cannot tell you how many times I've had people tell me in the last 15 years that as hard as they worked and as much as they put into the corporation, they were only getting 3% raises every year, 2% raises. They couldn't get bonuses. They couldn't get advancements. All they were basically told was, in a subtle way, you're lucky to be here. You're lucky that we have you. Just be grateful that we give you the benefits we give you. And the only way to have gotten ahead in the last 10 years was to quit one firm and join another. You had to literally walk away from all your friends, all your experience, all your contacts, and go elsewhere. Now, for some folks, the good news was that they could do that and stay in the same business, in the same industry, and they would continue on with all of their contacts. But the bad news was a lot of folks out there who had to make the move, had to move into a different company in a different industry altogether, and now they were rookies. They had no contacts. They had no experience in that field, and they had to start from scratch. Yet, they were paid more money at that firm than at the firm they were at with 10 years experience, 12 years experience. Unbelievable mismanagement by corporations out there, allowing quality talent to walk. But sometimes it's a personality problem. Sometimes it's an attitude issue. Sometimes you just, the manager is an a-hole and you just can't get along with that person. You got to get away. I get it. This is life, people. It's the way it is. Doing this here, if you can handle this community and the markets and the ups and the downs, the potential is phenomenal. And hanging out with this group over here, pretty good gang to hang out with. All have the same ideas in mind to make money in this market. There's a lot of potential here for you guys, a ton, and it is gratifying for me to see this. I am really excited for a bunch of you guys here. Mandu number 5. I'm 155 on the thumbs up meter, Bruce. You're moving up. Dave Taylor has made an announcement. I've been a member for 20 months now, chilling with Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for all you do. I can't wait for GameStop to rise from the ashes. Right on. Thank you for the announcement, the 20-month announcement. I love those. Those you can make at no charge through YouTube. Announce to the world how long you've been a member here. 159 thumbs ups and counting. We only need 41 more thumbs ups, and we have yet again, for yet another day, hit at least 200 thumbs ups for this program. Thank you all who hit the thumbs up button for me every day. I never have to ask. You just automatically do it. You let me know what number you are. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Please join Mandu and all the others. Please hit the thumbs up button for me, and let's get 200 going. That would be beautiful. Oh, I hear something coming. Oh, I see it. Oh yeah, baby. We got us a sesame seed toasted bagel with the cheese just melting off the side. Look at that. Oh, the cheddar slices.
It's going to stick to your palate.
Oh yeah, it's going to stick to the teeth, and it's going to be a pain. I love this.
Did you see or hear how Christy Alley has passed away?
Last night, yeah, 71.
You'd be singing the Cheers song this morning.
I was going to mention it to you last night, and I forgot.
I was asleep.
We're still having all kinds of fun with TV, but a special shout out.
I do have my TSN, but
yeah, a special shout out to Bobby.
Yes,
Bobby has been giving us some emails.
He's been holding our hands.
Yeah, we got some work to do still, Bobby, but
we're old.
Yeah, we're old and skeptical, and we're careful with our credit card information and stuff, and we're just nervous about that kind of stuff. But yeah, the old days of just coming into a condo and pushing the power button on a TV and watching channel, those are gone. Now you have to have a degree in computer technology to be able to watch a television.
That's ridiculous. Class 1 electrician.
Yeah. The wires, the amount of wires at the back of a flat screen television, unbelievable.
You don't have any napkins.
Oh, here I do.
Oh, okay.
Over here. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's wacky. It used to be a lot easier, but it's not that easy anymore.
Well, it used to be easy because we'd get up and turn the knob.
Yeah. I mean, gone are the days where you can just go into a living room,
That's
hit the
how
on
you
button.
had to have children.
Yeah, you need kids.
Okay, go
You need
change the station.
12-year-olds turn on the TV. I want to watch. The game on CBS television between so and so and so and so.
Turn the channel for me.
Yeah, turn it on. Turn the channel. Make it work. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Out in the rural, it was still the antenna, and you'd be standing there holding the antenna, and it would be fine. But as soon as you let go of it, you'd taken away that extra antenna of you, and it would change.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to stand there now, but I can't see the TV. You don't care.
Yeah. You do it for 5 minutes, and your brother will do it for 5 minutes, and your sister will do it for 5 minutes.
You need
So mom and dad can watch the Ed Sullivan Show.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Go Rugman. We're down 120 on the Dow now. GameStop, we're down again. 2460. We're falling. New low. We're going down. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Love having you. Is that the lighting playing with my eyes, or is that a pretzel bagel? No, that's just a regular sesame seed toasted bagel. Crunchy though, beautiful. Love it. We're down 144 on the Dow, 2464, the low of the day on GameStop, 2454. Tesla down to 175.86, dropping again. SoFi 436, all-time lows. on SoFi. We're hitting all-time trading lows on SoFi. Rugbad never giveth, but always taketh away, says Adam. Karen, in the old days, all you needed was a TV cable. Yeah. There are 3 television sets in this place. I can't make any of them work. Jen has limited success. She seems to understand there's some kind of a connection between her phone, her Fire Stick, the TV, the internet. I'm lost. I'm just a YouTuber. I don't get involved. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's just stupid. There are no instructions in this condo telling you how to turn on the television. At least some hotel rooms tell you, turn power, turn on power, turn on this, click this button, do that. Oh, I know. Is the light playing with your eyes? What light? There is no light. There is no lamp. My, oh my. We're red. There's a sea of red on my computer, on my quote machine. Oh, man. Thank you, Beach Boy, for that donation. Thank you. There's no lamp, only bagel. Mother of God, you're right, Joe. 167 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, everybody. It's only a bagel. Sitting in the dark with no lamp, no light, but at least it's Uncle Bruce's voice. Zed, Uncle Bruce, I have a bit of an issue. I have $9 grand in US cash in my account. As you suggest, to collect cash. What do I do now? What do I do with my cash? Well, keep your eyes open for 90-10 qualified deep in the money calls that you can move into. Take a look at HPQs, Cisco's, Pfizer's, Microsoft's, Apple's, or GameStop additionally. And keep your eyes open for the right moment to make your move and write another contract or 2 or 3, depending on how many you can get. Got some loose change. You can always pick up some ATIP at 33.8 cents a share. Unbelievable. SoFi, 4.36, down 17 cents. Unbelievable. Thank you, Beach Boy. I got it. Thank you, my friend. The PayPal donation has come through. You're awesome, buddy. Just awesome. Thank you. Auntie Jen will be again blown away. Thank you very, very much. I look forward to our one-on-one coming up. 173 thumbs up, so only 27 more to get to 200. Thank you guys for helping out and putting us through to the 200 level again today. We're coming on. It's a happening. It's a happening thing. We're down 135 on the Dow, 34 on S&P, 158 lower on NASDAQ. That's 1.4% on NASDAQ, 0.4 on the Dow. The Dow should be off over 500 points right now to match NASDAQ. That might happen. Oil still down 26 cents. Thank you all. And Beach Boy, got it, buddy. Thank you. You're awesome, buddy. Adam sold 2 GameStop covered calls, cost $475, now $281, January 2023. Should I still be folding arms before buying back? Stinkman in at least, maybe. What do you think? 281 on 2 covered calls. Okay, I don't know what those were. I'm not sure what price. What was the exercise price on those? I'm not sure. If they're 281 right now, what are they? 25s or 26, 25s? I don't know. You can sit tight and wait. 24.72 on the stock, 24.70. We're not going anywhere here. You're likely out of the money on these. 26.25. There they are. Thank you, Adam. Okay, you got 26. They're out of the money. They're dropping further. Those are January's. There's no hurry here to make a move yet. Under $2. You're gonna be paying 150 to 175, maybe. Just wait. Down goes the stock. Days go by. Let's let the earnings come and go. Relax. Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. The Dow down 150. Breaking headline. Get ready for these to be common. Another headline like this. Headline from Barron's: Blackstone's private credit fund hits redemption limit. Private credit fund hits redemption limit. Liquidity. It's being felt now on these funds run by big outfits. This is worthy of attention, okay? It's not like, it's not like Meet Kevin's ETF has a liquidity problem. No, this is Blackstone. These guys are huge. They're massive. They're gigantic. They're the big boys are having liquidity problems, redemption liquidity issues. This is a sign, all right? Miraculous number 172. We're almost there, Bruce Beach Boy. There's a certain P tyrant who might help with glow-in-the-dark bagels, P tyrant. Adam, 2625. Thank you again. Okay. Beach Boy, careful where you chew now, will you? Splair, I try to imagine how Beach Boy is writing every week 100 calls, and after a few days he buys them back to send more donations, sends donations while swimming through a lot of dough. Well, it's easier said than done, but Beach Boy works hard like the rest of us do. Watching these markets carefully here. GameStop 24.66 down 90. ATIP 34 cents. Tesla 176.95. SoFi 438. The S&P is off 35. Nasdaq down 157. Everybody, lots to follow here. We're watching a lot of stuff. This Blackstone and this Starwood Capital, these redemption issues are showing up more and more and more. Dow's going lower at 165. GameStop 24.59. Below the day 24.54. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Man, this bagel's good. A little dry, but oh, so tasty. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Most fascinating morning here. 24.58 on GameStop, 4 cents away. 24.55. We're coming down on GameStop. 24.55, 1 penny away from the low of the day. Down a buck, down $1 on GameStop. Coyote makes a good point. I'm confused. I thought Jay Powell canceled the recession last week. I thought, there isn't going to be one now. Weren't we up 700 points last Wednesday? Everything was fine. 24.52, new low on GameStop. 24.48, another new low on GameStop. Down we go. 24.47. Going lower on GameStop. Okay. 24.45. Adam also wrote one GameStop covered call, a 26.25 for December 16 for 375. It's now 114. Same plan, fold my arms. As this thing approaches $1 now, you now want to take a look at maybe writing a $25 January call. You may want to start taking a look. 24.41 now on the stock. Down again, another lower low, 24.39 low of the day. My quote, my quotes are 10 minutes old, so they're not accurate to the moment. But a January 20th, $25 call. See if I get this to work here. Here it is, right over here. They're 310 to 320, so that's a $2 increase minimum, I would hope. You could look at perhaps something further out if you wanted to, but let's see. Does this make it pay February 17th? The 25s are between 4 and 445. There's a potential 330, 340 gain. If you can buy your callback low enough and you can write into a 440 price tag on the 25s, putting in a stink offer, you might get out at that level. GameStop right now, 24.37, down 119 here as we're now approaching the 24 level. A lot of contracts are falling out of the money right now, all over the place on GameStop. And that is working for you guys. This is what we're talking about here. Either the stock is going to give it to you or the time is going to give it to you as you see these drop. If any of you are sitting out there with 30s, 29s, 28s, this is an opportunity to write 26s or 25s, closer in time perhaps, same time frame, or further out in time. If you're buying back December 16s, writing January's, moving up higher dollars out of the money, bringing in some premium bucks here, rolling in and adding cash to your balances. This is it. Keep your eye on that. Anyway, there you go. Beach Boy is saying to Splair, I had the lucky draw to be among the first covered call students of Uncle Bruce, and that thing compounds, Besides, it's not easy swimming in a medium lobster bisque. Next, there you go, Mr. Premium of the option. GameStop stinkers have been hit. 12.16, 28.75s. I sold them for $3.85. I bought them back for 61 cents. Well done. Absolutely move now into 25s for January. Or February, bringing in more money. Absolutely. Nice job. This is what I want to see. I love seeing dollars written 3, 4, 5, 6 and pennies bought back. This is what we want. Phenomenal dollars here. And just keep this game going. There's no stopping it. 24.36 right now on GameStop. Looks like a new low of the day, with the Dow off 143. 24.35 the low trade now. Here we are, 152 drop on the Dow Jones, everyone. Congratulations, all of you out there who are benefiting from these drops. Credit Savage of Wall Street. During the open, I sold a GameStop January 23, 26.25 for $3, and I like it. Also, bought back some SoFi Jan 24 $10 calls I sold last week for 51, and my 37-cent stink bid triggered. Use that money for Reno, making more money. There you go. Way to go, Curtis Average. But BW, have you used CNBC Markets website, Uncle Bruce? One of my only stock market websites that gives you free real-time quotes. That way, you won't have to be 10 minutes behind. I'm not sure about options. I know the stock quotes, are good, but I'm not sure about option quotes. But I kind of rely on you guys to tell me how you're doing. I'm giving you the overall feel for where we're at and where I think we're at. And then you have your specific level 2, level 3 trading systems where you're able to really see the markets, in real time because you're paying for it. And we're kind of working from there. Splair saying, I think that's exactly the point. The longer you can stay here, the better it works for you. So Beach Boy, keep it going just like that. Rock and roll. Credit Savage, Mr. Premium. Nice. That's how you do it. Way to buy back calls for pennies that you sold for dollars. You almost brought in 4 and you're giving back 60 cents. I like this keep the change game. I like this game a lot. In a bear market, you gotta love this. Fluctuating stock prices allowing you to pull in dollars and dollars into your bank account. I like it. And good morning, Credit Savage, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. And of course, Uncle Bruce. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Good to see you all. Glad you're all here with us today, approaching the 2-hour mark of our show. And we are working it. Thank you all for your support and your kind words. Also, those of you, congratulations, you option writers out there, all of you folks who know Rugman will come to the rescue. Hello. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look here. SoFi 436 down 17, Tesla 177, ATIP 33.6, GameStop 24.49, HPQ down 62 cents at 28.58. There's got to be some HPQ contracts looking pretty good out there all of a sudden. Amazon at 89.29, Home Depot down 114, Cisco down 29 to 49.04. Netflix down $6 to 306. Pfizer down 37 cents to 50.34 now, down 38 cents. IBM is up 1 penny only. Microsoft is negative, down 240. Vanik down 267. Adobe down 273. Goldman down 685. Google down 134. Boeing down 393. Moderna down 459 to 171. Meta Platforms down 687 to 115.56. Something tells me one of my viewers is smiling from ear to ear this morning regarding the Meta platform performance. ME down a dime at 309. We've got Rocket Lab down 19 cents, Matterport down 11, SmartRent down 6.5, Spires down 5 cents to 127, Cyxtera down 20 cents to 197. Royal Caribbean down 190, Bed Bath Beyond down 29 to 331, Carvana down 55 cents to 6.56, Robinhood down 38 cents, BlackBerry down 16 cents to 467, 468 range. We've got Target holding a 62-cent gain. JP Morgan up 78 cents. Costco down 4.24. Walmart down 77. Disney down 1.65. Nvidia down 4.24. American Airlines down a penny to 14.11, 14.10 range. Negative day all over the place. 119 drop now, 120 on the markets on the Dow. All right. Let's see your hit them like buttons and thumbs ups, folks, says Credit Savage. Coyote Rugman always shows up. Beach Boy, thank you, Splair. The club is open and we are waiting for you and anyone who will make the effort day in and day out. Splair, fancy. I was last week in need of money because I thought I got less money for the last month where I still worked full time for someone else. Now I have two $21 GameStop calls for April. I'm up 20% on those. Splair, and that's the only money I was paying out these option stuff. This works really great. Vilbus, I have an HBQ December 16, 27 that I've just sat on while it's been riding high, hoping it keeps coming back to me a bit before I roll it. Right on, Vilbus. The 27s on HBQ. Your HBQs right now, 28.60, down 60 cents. So they're coming your way. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, but last week experts on CNBC and Fox Business channels were saying that we were pivoting and turning the corner. Selling pressure had come and gone. What happened? Gotta wonder, huh? Zed Estate, Uncle Bruce, I feel like Beach Boy. How about a one-on-one? Let me know if you'd like to have one this Sunday. Open at Eastern time. I've got openings for 10 noon and 2 in the afternoon this Sunday. If anyone is interested, just send me a private email. Let me know. We'll get you set up there. Mr. Premium, another GameStop stinker hit, this time a cash secured put. 24 strike expires next Friday. Got 149 for it. Getting giddy up and making money. Way to go, you guys. Well done. GameStop 24.46, just about 10 cents above the low of the day. Well done, all of you today. We have 183 thumbs ups. We're coming to the end of the show. Is it possible that we can find 17 thumbs ups on this channel? Is anyone happy with the fact that they're making money on their options today? If you're happy watching your contracts shrink, hit the thumbs up button for us and add this momentum to the channel. We're trying to get to 200 thumbs ups every morning. If you're happy with rollovers, making money, you're happy with your GameStop at 24.34, your Tesla contracts are dropping, your SoFis are getting cheaper to buy, whatever, hit the thumbs up button. 187 now, 13 to go, and we've got 200 thumbs ups. Thank you again, everyone, for helping out. We love getting to 200 thumbs ups live on the air every day. If you can find a way to hit your device, that thumbs up button, 190 now are in, 10 to go. We only need 10 more thumbs ups and we'll have 200 right off the bat here. Thank you, everyone, very, very much. We're down 180 on the Dow. We're sinking here. We're going lower. We're down 153 on NASDAQ, 1.36%. The Dow's only down a half a point. The Dow has to go down about, say, 550 to match NASDAQ from what I can tell you here. Thank you. 194. Matthew, I did 2 thumbs ups. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. 194. 6 to go, and we've got 200 thumbs ups. The Dow 175 lower, still coming in with selling 24.28, brand new low on your GameStop, everybody. Those 24s, 50s are out of the money. The 24s might be out of the money here shortly. 198 now on the thumbs up meter. 2 to go. We got 200 in 2. Thank you. We're down 120 on the Dow now. As we are giving up more ground. 199 thumbs ups. Oh, baby, we're just about there. There it is, 200. Again, thank you all for coming together for me. 200 thumbs ups right at the end of this show. You guys are awesome. I love this. What's going on here? Thank you. Just bought back, D.A. Drude, I just bought back 5 GameStop December 9 27s for 51 cents. I wrote them for 340. That's called making money, buddy. That is called making money. Take a look at writing January 16s for maybe 25. See if you can bring dollars on something like that. Again, my quotes are behind the mark, so I don't know exactly, but I'm showing 250 to 274. You might want to look at 24s. You might even write January 24s. Those are 285, 325. Or take a look at going out to, hang on a second, January 20, pardon me. The 25s are 320 to 340 for January 16. Take a look at writing those. If you can get around 335 for those, that's a nice bump up right there. Kind of right back to where you were before, 340. Does it sound familiar? Here we go again. The other idea, again, is writing February 25s maybe. You can probably haul in around 425 to 435 on those extra cash for a little extra time and look at getting them back around $1 or something. Let's see how that goes. DH, keep working it. You're doing a good job there. Let's see what else is happening. William was number 193 today. Coyote, remember that cute run AMC had last week? Oh my God, that run is over. 915 is the high on AMC. Now 705. Disaster on AMC. My gosh, I hate seeing people get wiped out, but that's what's happening over on the AMC crowd. They're getting wiped out. 2430 on GameStop, down 126 here. Contracts are slipping and slipping and slipping, making my viewers richer and richer and richer. Well done, everybody. 182 drop on the Dow now. 0.52 odd percent here. ATIP still at 33.5 cents, down 0.7 of a penny. Tesla 176.50, down 5.95. SoFi 435.5, down 17.5. Apple down 223 at 144.40. HPQ 28.57, down 64 cents. Slippage continues there. Amazon down 173. Home Depot down $1.03. Cisco down 40 cents to 48.95. Netflix down $8 to 304. Pfizer down 53 to 50.20. The IBM is down 33 cents. Microsoft down 265. Manic down 274. Everyone, congratulations today on hard work that's paying off here, patience that is paying off. The arm folding technique is coming through yet again for option writers. Nicely done. And boy, I love these kinds of messages right here. DH, these are beautiful. These are absolutely beautiful messages. Love this. I do love it. Thank you, guys. Well done, everybody. Scoring some nice returns. Thank you again for 202 thumbs ups now and counting. We're still coming on there. Thank you, everybody. And we'll be on this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. We'll be here for the final hour of the day today together. Let's see how this market reacts for the rest of the morning into the afternoon. And join me at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the final hour of trading, and we'll see just where this is at. We're down 193 now, 196 on the Dow. Another dip is happening here. We are falling faster on the markets. The AMC at 704, GameStop 24.26. We're approaching new lows again on GameStop. 24.23 is the low of the day now. We're approaching that level yet again. Volume in GameStop today is 1.7 million. That's 420 some odd thousand shares pre-split. Not a lot of support here. We are backing it up. Down comes the GameStop. The announcement for earnings comes out tomorrow night. ATIP 33.5 cents at the moment. A volume of 99,000 shares. There is very little buying coming in here, and I wonder, if and when it's going to hit. I just don't know. Let's see what else is going on here. Kent is saying thank you, rock and roll. Way to go, Kent, and everyone else out there. I hope everyone is happy with your returns. 24.33 on GameStop. Right now, 176.62 Tesla, SoFi 436, down 17. All righty, there it is. We are going to keep an eye on this market. The Dow is about to break the 200 barrier on the downside. It's awful close. I'll see what's going on. I'm off to Long Beach today. A kid has a putting lesson using biometrics. Man, oh man, it's this golf thing is just whoa. Things have changed in the golf business, haven't they? Unbelievable. This is awesome, Kent. Keep it going. It's exciting stuff. Yes, thank you all for being with me this morning. Again, for both the shows, the pre-show and this show. I'll see you at 1 this afternoon, everybody. We'll close this market out together. Let's see where it takes us. And those of you crossing your arms, enjoy the shrinkage. Those of you doing the rollovers, enjoy the dollars. Too much fun, everybody. All right, I'll catch you this afternoon. Thank you all, and I'll catch you a little later. Looks like tax loss harvesting isn't quite done. People getting margin called and China telling everyone they won't meet expectations. Yeah, this is going to take a toll. That's right, John Anderson. Thank you. You take care, John. All right, guys, we'll see you this afternoon at 3 Eastern, and we'll shut her down together. Okay, bye for now.